viewers, welcome back to Spoonful of Simplicity English. I'm really excited about today's recipe. I've made this amazing chocolate cake that I've made out of oats. So I've added a little health quotient there, but obviously there's sugar, there's fat, there's everything. But who cares? This is a beautiful cake and let's learn the recipe of it. To start with, I've taken curd or yogurt, 1/3 cup of, and this yogurt is a plain yogurt for everybody in India. Please don't get misled by that. I have added caster sugar, 1/2 cup, and next I have added 1/4 cup of muscovado sugar. If you do not find muscovado sugars anywhere, you could use demerara sugar or the usual brown sugar, crystal brown sugar that you get in the market, and all you need to do is grind it first and then measure 1/4 cup and use it in this recipe. It'll be just fine. The next ingredient to go into this recipe is milk that I have taken 1/4 cup of, but I'm not going to add the entire milk in a single go. I have used around 3/4 of the quantity that I had, and I'm mixing the entire mixture together till it forms a nice homogeneous mixture. After this, we need to add some fat content into it or some grease to it, and for that I have used an odorless oil which I've taken 1/4 cup of, and again we need to mix it all together. Viewers, mixing the mixture is really important so that you get real homogeneity in that. And next I am using chocolate essence, which is 1 teaspoonful of, and the next thing to go in is powdered oats. Now what I did was I took the oats that I had at home and just ground it till it became a fine powder, and that's what I've used, 1 cup of, followed by 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a pinch or 1/8 teaspoon of salt. Two things to note here is, one, if you don't have chocolate essence at home, you could replace it with vanilla essence, but that will not give the effect that chocolate essence is going to give to this recipe. And secondly, the oats that I had taken were plain oats. Please do not use any flavored oats here. So that's it. Now we come to the star ingredient of this recipe, which is cocoa powder. I've used a good 4 tablespoons of cocoa powder, but that's because I like a little bitter taste in my chocolate, so something like 50% dark chocolate taste is what I prefer. But if you would like to make it taste something like milk chocolate, then I would recommend something around 2 or 2.5 tablespoons of cocoa powder that should be added to this. Use a good quality cocoa powder, otherwise this will not taste very well. We mix all of this together, and then the most important part of this recipe is that we are going to cover it and leave it to rest for around 30 to 40 minutes. A minimum of 30 minutes is mandatory. This is because oats is going to soak up most of the liquids that you have added to this, and hence this resting time is super important, after which we are going to give it a good stir. And because I wanted to make it a slightly gooey cake, I want to add some more milk here. But if you're interested in any other kind of chocolate cake, so we have a few chocolate cake recipes on our channel in English as well as in Hindi. You could refer to those. But this one, my friends, you must give it a try. Is a delicious cake, and it tastes something like a brownie or a fudge, but it is really a cake. So that's the consistency that we need, and we are done with it. And now I want to transfer this to 7 or an 8-inch cake tin, but like I always say, if you want a tall cake, you could use a smaller cake tin, and but a taller cake tin. But for my recipe, I'm using this is an 8-inch cake tin that I'm using here, which I've already lined. I have transferred all the ingredients into this, and then I'm going to give it a little tap, and then it will go into a preheated oven at 160 or 170 degrees centigrade, which I have already put to preheat. And for this cake, viewers, it took me somewhere around 70 minutes for it to bake, because this is gooey in texture. So please, when you're baking it, please be very careful and bake it a little longer, because there's a lot of liquid ingredient, and you want to make sure you do a skewer test, so that uh, you pull it out only when it is baked completely and your skewer has come out clean. After it was baked, I let it sit for around 1.5 hours till it cooled down completely, and now this cake is ready for anybody to gobble it really really soon. So this is a nice, easy and really quick recipe. I wouldn't shy away from calling it a little healthy because I've used oats. So do give it a try and hit the like button if you like the recipe. Comment and let me know how you feel about this. Share this recipe with somebody that you think is going to benefit, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel and hit the bell icon so that you're made aware of all the posts that I post. See you next time. Bye bye.